Just a quick introduction before we get into the Texas Veteran Commission and how that can help you all out. Wanted to go over quick our our grant that's allowing us to do these webinars. It's our expanding agriculture opportunities for veteran farmers and ranchers, and it's through the USDA, the 2501 grant, and we have quite a few goals and kind of programs that we're uh, uh, as we do this like through the grant. And so number one is to enhance coordination of outreach and technical assistance and education and training efforts for USDA agriculture programs, and to assist the Secretary of Agriculture in reaching military veteran farmers and ranchers and improve their participation in USDA programs, as well as uh, some activities we currently to expand Battleground and Breaking Ground's online curriculum by adding enhanced agriculture business and agriculture production training courses, and develop hands-on learning events, which include training in funding and technical resources, as well as farm business management, financial planning, agriculture production, including climate smart practices and local and regional food systems, and as well as raising awareness of outreach and technical assistance services available for military, veteran farmers and ranchers, such as the Texas Veteran Commission. Um, so here's so far on our schedule for the webinar series, we have the Texas Veteran Commission, Beef Loving Texas coming up, USDA Rural Development, AgSpire, Texas Agriculture Cooperative Council, Capital Farm Credit, and hopefully more to come. So at the end of this, we'll have a slide with all links to our like Facebook and website and event calendar, so you can keep track of that. Facebook is a great place. We post all of our events and webinars coming up there with the registration links, so you can get signed up. Some hands-on, or so another part of our program is the hands-on learning events, and this kind of ties in with our online courses as well. So so the hands-on learning give participants the opportunity to see live demonstrations and participate and practice skills learned in the online courses. So the idea is that the participants complete the online courses before attending the hands-on learning, and then you come to the hands-on learning, and that's where you gain those real-world knowledge, experience, skills, and you put those into practice. And on top of that, our military and veteran participants are eligible for a food and lodging $362 stipend. The first 10 participants will get the opportunity to be eligible for that. If we have more military veteran than those 10, unfortunately, you won't get those. But in order to qualify for that, you have to complete the hands-on learning. So you have to attend all, however many days, and then after you attend, you'll be reimbursed through that stipend. Some upcoming in-person events. All right, we have our in-person farm and ranch management hands-on learning coming up in College Station on February 11 through 13th, and our boot camp for Battleground and Breaking Ground is coming up January 26th through 30. And then in April 2021, our sheep hands-on learning is coming up. So follow our Facebook. We'll post these events for you to with the registration links and whatnot, or just follow along on our website. Here we have our links to our website, newsletter, Facebook, event calendar, and our email if you want to contact us if you have any questions. So I'll give a little time here for people to copy this down if you want. I will mention as well that this is being recorded, and so you should be able to view this on YouTube. We'll upload this, and you'll be able to view it on there. And just to make sure here, okay, I had double check to make sure I was recording it, and I am. So, all right. Let me get this back up. All right, that should be it. So if you didn't get these down, go back and look at our YouTube channel, and you can find these as well, or email us. Also, uh, we are grant funded, and so surveys are a big thing in providing data for our grant, and so um, it's a big deal for us for if you're attending this webinar to please fill out this survey. This is a survey link. Heidi, if you don't mind dropping that survey link in the comments so people can click on that, that would be awesome. Once Greg finishes his presentation, we'll let people fill out the survey link, and Heidi will keep track of who has completed that. We'll do a quick drawing at the end, and you can win a free attendance to our boot camp in September. So please fill out that survey link. It helps us out a lot. And with that, I will bounce things over to Greg to talk about Texas Veteran Commission. Thanks, Greg, for coming on.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Thank you very much. And yeah, since we're recording, I guess got to watch your P's and Q's here. So, so let me get this thing shared. So allow multiple presenters to share. One can share at a time. Let me see if I can make this work here. We're working on screen 2. And it worked earlier. So what do we see so far?
I see you still.
Mm,
So
okay.
I see the slides up. The
You see
helping
the slide?
veterans start here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep, it's coming up here. It says, oh wait, let me. I think I had to stop sharing. That's my bad.
Okay.
Now your slides are up. Yep.
Oh, okay. Hey, thanks,
There
man.
we go. All right.
Teamwork. Teamwork.
Take
I'm
it.
proud of you.
Yeah. Take it away.
Okay. So, hi, good afternoon. My name is Greg Shigemasa. I am with the Texas Veterans Commission. We're a state agency, so we're all state employees here. What we're gonna do is we'll do an overview of the Texas Veterans Commission. We do have 8 different departments, and then we'll take a little deeper dive into the department that I'm with, which is the entrepreneur department. So let's see if we can get things going here. So this is our mission. We advocate for and provide hopefully superior service that will significantly improve the quality of life for all Texas veterans, their families, and survivors. The agency itself is like a lot of people are like, hey, I never heard of y'all. So it's like a best kept secret, which is kind of funny because uh we are 99 years old right now. We started in 1927. So, hopefully we'll keep getting the word out and help as many people as we can. So this is what we do here. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we are a state agency, and so all of our services are free. Um, At the Veterans Commission side, especially as a state agency, you already prepaid with your military service. So thank you for that. I guess I should mention that I'm an Air Force and Army veteran as well. So, and have been through the BGBG program. It's a fantastic program. So these are our 8 different departments. We have the claims department, healthcare, education, employment, entrepreneurship, mental health, a women veterans program, and a grant for nonprofit organizations and government entities. The grant one, we'll get into a little bit deeper because it's some free money there. So the claim side, if you don't already know, we do have claims representatives across the state of Texas. So if you're looking to file a claim with the VA, you're looking to appeal that claim, if there's anything that we can do to assist you, you can walk in. The claims department are usually in mostly all of the VA facilities. You can just do a walk-in, sign in, um, and they can help you either build your claim or help you, like I said, appeal your claim. Go out and get them benefits. You earned it. We have a healthcare advocacy program. So if you're having difficulty navigating the VA system, the VA healthcare system, these people are there for you as well. Yeah, problem with your appointments, you want to change your appointment, um, you're not getting along with your medical professional that you're working with, whatever it may be, let the healthcare advocacy program know and they can assist with that portion. The education side of the house, if you have the GI Bill or if you wanted to get into your Hazelwood portion, the Hazelwood Act is fantastic. Let's say you already ran out of your GI Bill, you still have some schooling that you want to do. If you went into the military from Texas, then that Hazelwood Act is there for you as well. Unfortunately for me, I went in from the state of Hawaii, so I am not eligible for the Hazelwood. Our employment department is split into two different categories. We have the veteran career advisors. These career advisors work with veterans to find employment. The other side of the employment house is the veteran employer liaisons. What these people do is they work with employers to hire veterans. And of course, both sides of the house work together to try to make matchups as well. So if you're looking, if you are looking for a position or you know someone looking for employment, hook up with the employment department. If you got your farm and ranch on up and operating and you're looking to hire some veterans, they can help you with that as well. Just remember also that there are tax credits if you hire veterans through the Texas Workforce Commission. We have a women's program. Too many times women are not recognized as veterans, and so this program advocates for women veterans. Get out there, you know, claim that veteran status. Um, the Women Veterans Program put on a lot of different networking groups and networking opportunities to meet up with other women veterans or to meet up with those who want to advocate for women veterans. Oh, and of course, June 12th, don't forget, is Women Veterans Day. So mark that on your calendar. We have a mental health department. This is broad reaching here. The address, as it says there, suicide prevention and intervention, veteran homelessness, military related trauma, military cultural competency. We have a peer support service. They even have the justice involved portion. Out here I'm in Austin. We have a Travis County that has a veterans dorm where they basically take care of themselves within that system. And of course, the Veterans Treatment Court as well. So if you have an organization, it's not advancing, go back one. If you have an organization or know of an organization that is looking for training and they want to, further their understanding of what it's like to work with military veterans, they'll go out there and they'll do the training. Yeah. So mental health providers, faith-based organizations, VSOs, justice system, first responders. They do a lot of training um, in how do you best communicate with veterans? Okay. So if that is something of interest to you, please reach out. Again, though, that training is free as well. Here's a little commercial break right here, just as a reminder. The 11th of every month is Buddy Check Day. Um, reach out to your veteran friends, just check in, see how they're doing, maybe help them out if is anything going on, or just get together and have some fun, you know. But keep everybody in that network, keep everybody together. This is the grants portion. This grants portion is really, like I said earlier, is really interesting. If you are a nonprofit organization or a government entity that is giving direct service to veterans, then there may be money available for you. Yeah? This money comes from the Lottery Commission. So if you buy a scratch-off ticket and you see that on the scratch-off ticket that says supporting Texas veterans, some of that money comes to our grants program, and that's how we're able to give out money to different organizations that are providing direct service to veterans. Your whole organization doesn't have to be that portion. You may have like a program within your nonprofit organization that is helping veterans. I'll give you an example. There is a mental health organization called the Samaritan Center. Under the Samaritan Center, and the Samaritan Center is a nonprofit organization, under the Samaritan Center is the Hope for Heroes program, right? So through that channel, they do direct service to veterans. The best way to get on this is to get onto the Texas Veterans Commission website, go onto the grants page, subscribe to their newsletter so that you'll know when the grant cycle opens and what they're looking for. Yeah, to see if you meet the requirements. And then the program that I'm with is this entrepreneur program right here. The entrepreneur program was started in 2014. Actually, with a pilot was started in 2013. The program was blessed and taken off the ground in 2014. So what we do as a core is one-on-one business consulting with veterans and their family members, their immediate family members, um, anywhere from ideation through exit, and which includes everything in between. This is how we envision. I love looking at this map because this is how we envision the state of Texas being broken out. Our challenge at this time is we have three business consultants for the state of Texas. So between the three of us, we cover the state. So I think I mentioned earlier, I'm in Austin. Um, my colleague Linda is in Amarillo, and my other colleague Nikki is in Dallas. And together oh, what happened? Hey,
I think
BJ,
you're good. I can still hear you.
okay, can you still see the screen?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at Battleground and Breaking Ground on my screen.
Oh, yeah, I can still see yours.
Okay. We'll just keep pushing forward then.
All right.
So yeah, like I mentioned, we have three consultants for the state of Texas. So as you can imagine, we work with a lot of our resource partners in order to help our veterans. We work with the Small Business Administration, we work with the Small Business Development Centers, we work with the Apex Accelerators, um, we work with TMAC, which is the manufacturing side of the house. We work with a lot of different nonprofit organizations who want to help veterans succeed. So, you know, with just the three of us, I'm going to ask for grace. If you do ask for assistance and it seems like we're taking a little bit longer to get back to you than we should, uh, please give us some grace because it's just the three of us taking care of the state of Texas. Wanted to mention some things that are program specific to us. The veteran verification letter. The veteran verification letter, I'm going to take a little deeper dive after this slide here. In order to get the veteran verification letter, you must come through the Texas Veterans Commission. The other thing that you can only get from us is the veteran-owned business verification logo. Okay. The veteran verification letter, this is the benefit where you can waive the formation fee to form your business with the Secretary of State. Along with that, the Texas Comptroller will mark your business as veteran owned, and that business will be exempted from paying the Texas franchise tax for the next 5 years from the date of formation. This benefit was supposed to sunset on 31 December 2025. Luckily, luckily the reason that well, let me say this benefit is now permanent. Okay, so it's never going to sunset. It's not going away. We were fortunate enough that the governor picked this up and made it a permanent law for us. So, so that's a good thing. In order for you to utilize this benefit, the business must be a brand new business that is 100% veteran owned. Okay. We get a lot of questions of can my non-veteran spouse be a part owner of this business? Unfortunately, you have to have put the uniform on. You must have a DD-214, and that DD-214 must have an honorable discharge status on it. Okay? So unfortunately, it has to be 100% veteran owned. You can have two, three, four, five veteran owners as long as everybody meets the requirement, then you can still use this benefit. The way that we verify this is through the DD-214. For those in the National Guard, we can use your NGB 22. If you're just unable to find your documents, we can also use the National Archives Form 13038. Okay, so these are the only three qualifying documents that we are able to accept per the way the law is written. We cannot accept, and a lot of people send us this, we cannot accept a VA letter that says you are honorably discharged. Okay, it has to be one of these three documents in order to gain the benefit. The other portion that I was talking about earlier that you must come to us to get is this veteran-owned business logo that you're looking at on the screen here. Please don't try to take it off the internet. It is trademarked, and our counsel will come after you. Yeah, our general counsel will come after you. This veteran-owned business logo, the reason that we started this is because there are many, many veteran-owned businesses who are not ever looking to get into government contracting, where a lot of the certifications are. They just want their business to be recognized as veteran-owned for marketing and promotional purposes. So that's how this logo was hatched. We have quite a bit of veteran-owned businesses that do nails, that do lashes, that do um, food truck and food service and things like that are not looking into government contracts, but again, they still want to be known, and known and seen as veteran owned. So that's where this was hatched. Again, it is only for marketing purposes. If you're looking for contracts, this will not help you. Okay? We'll send this logo in an electronic format. You can put it on your website, you can put it on your marketing material. Along with this logo, you will receive a certificate uh, from TBC that recognizes you as a better known business. A lot of people frame that thing and put it up in their business area. In order to gain the better known business logo and certificate, you don't have to be 100% veteran owned. However, the veteran or veterans must be majority owner, must have majority control over the business. What that means is the veteran is responsible for day-to-day operations. It has to be actively in the business, not just the face. Yeah. And the business must be actively operating in Texas. Here's some of the qualifying documents. I won't go over each one. But basically, it is the three verification forms that we're looking for: DD-214, NGB-22, or the National Archives form. We're also going to request your formation documents, um, your bylaws or your operating agreement, depending upon the business structure that you have, your tax information. We're not going to look at your financials. We just want to know that you have all of these checked off. We want you to succeed. So this is part of our way of making sure that you have everything, all your ducks in a row. Let me just mention something real quick. Let me go back here real quick that I failed to mention with the veteran verification letter. The veteran verification letter, again, is for new business formation. That new business formation must be through the Secretary of State. Okay? So it could be a corporation, it could be a limited liability company, it could be a partnership. In order for you to get the waiver and the $300, save those $300. The reason I bring this up is, let's say you were thinking about forming a sole proprietorship. The sole proprietorship is done at the county level. The county clerks do not recognize the veteran verification letter. The formation must go through the Secretary of State. People got to stop messaging me here. Yeah, so that's a quick down and dirty portion for the for some of the things that we do. As I mentioned, our core of what we do on a daily basis is one-on-one consulting. Yeah. Again, from ideation through exit and everything in between. What we have found is about 80% of the people that we work with come to us at first or initially with, I woke up this morning, I have an idea, what do I do now? And we'll start from there. The next group of people are those who have been in business for a little bit. They're looking to scale their business. They're looking to add to their product or service line. They're looking to open up a new location or to bring on, another employee, whatever it may be. And a lot of times they'll ask us, am I ready for this? What are my steps in order to do this? Um, Most of the time, what we'll also ask for at that point is to look at your financials to make sure that you are on stable ground before you start doing something. The last portion of the people that we work with are those who have been in business for a little bit. And they believed when they first started the business that their business was going to be a legacy business. In other words, it's a business that they were going to pass on to their children. However, what a lot of veterans are finding out is that if you did not integrate your children into the business from the beginning, or at least somewhere in the process, they are now in their own careers. They're in their own positions that they wanted to do. They don't want the business. Now, don't get me wrong, they want the money, but they don't want the business. And so then the veteran will come to us and say, "Well, what are my exit options? What should I be looking at? Um, am I ready to exit? What is the best way to exit the business, for the greatest financial impact?" And so then we'll work on different strategies in order to exit the business. So I mentioned that just because if you start the business or you want the business to be a legacy business, integrate your family members, from the beginning so they can be a part of the business and grow into that position. Let me also mention that I wanted to mention earlier, and a lot of people are not sure of. I'm going to go back to a few slides here. I'm going to go right here where it says the first 5 years of Texas franchise tax. If you're not familiar with the Texas franchise tax, it is interesting. First, the first thing to remember with the Texas franchise tax is it has nothing to do with franchises. Okay. The Texas franchise tax is a privilege tax. And what that means is you have the privilege of having a business in Texas. So Texas wants more of your money. So this tax is above all the other business taxes that you're responsible for. If there's anything good about the Texas franchise tax, it is that you only owe the Texas franchise tax, and it's mostly based upon annual revenue. This year, if you are above $2.4 million, then you owe franchise taxes. That's the threshold for this year. That changes yearly. Okay, so you got to keep an eye on that. I've only seen it go up. I've never seen it, reverse and go back down. So for the first 5 years since the date of formation, your business will be exempted from paying the franchise tax. Now, that does not mean you don't have to file anything. In the month of May of every year, you will be filing your public information report. Okay. And it's real simple, and you do it online, it's real fast. Um, Basically, the public information report is the mechanism that the state uses to see that your business is still actively in business. If you fail to file the public information report in the month of May, the first thing that the Texas Comptroller will do is assess a penalty to your business, a financial penalty to your business. If you fail to respond to that penalty, then the Texas Comptroller contacts the Texas Secretary of State, and the Texas Secretary of State can inactivate your business, which means you no longer have a business. And in order to reactivate that business, you have to clear up the financial penalties and fines in order to get you back to an active status. So the Texas Comptroller tries their best to notify you. In the month of April, they send out a notice to your registered agent, to the business's registered agent, saying, "Hey, heads up, don't forget to file." It in the month of May, it usually is you have to file by the 15th of May. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And again, these are the two benefits that you get through the veteran verification letter. A lot of people will just say VVL. So if you hear VVL, that's what it is, the veteran verification letter. Going back forward, are there any questions that we might be able to answer here?
All right. And before we actually bounce into questions, I just want to uh, remind everyone in the chat, Heidi has put in the survey questions. So if you can click on that. I'm gonna set a timer here, quick, Greg, if you don't mind, and people can brainstorm questions too. Uh, Try and fill out that survey, and then Heidi is going to do a quick drawing for the free boot camp uh, for September, and then once we finish that, then we'll bounce into questions.
Hey, BJ, on that
Yep.
for the free item, a lot of the folks that are in here have already attended boot camp or will be attending a boot camp. There's like two that haven't. So we might make
Okay.
it either they can do the boot camp or maybe one of your upcoming workshops,
Okay.
depending upon who actually wins.
Okay. Yeah. Or I think we could do the boot camp or the was the phase one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome.
We'd have to check on some of that because some of them might have completed that too.
Okay.
Oh, BJ, let me mention also with the veteran verification letter, if you already formed your business, and you didn't know about that benefit, if the business was formed anywhere from January 1st, 2022 going forward, there's a possibility that we can get you a reimbursement on that $300 formation fee. Also, let's say you did form your business on 1 January 2022. You can get the franchise tax exemption for 5 years from that date, would put you into 2027.
Yeah, I actually just did this because I started my ranch in October and just got my refund check in the mail. So,
Right.
so it is real.
It
It
is real. It is real. It takes a little bit. It takes a little time.
does, yeah. It is a process, but $300 is $300.
Hey, let me advance this. Can you still see my screen there?
Yep.
Okay, let me advance this real quick here while we're waiting on people. Um, in order to connect with us, the best way to connect with us is through the Texas Veterans Commission website. Go to the entrepreneur page. There's a yellow button there that says connect with a business consultant. Complete that information. It'll come to one of us. The reason I say this is the fastest way, probably the best way to connect with us, is because we're such a small team and we travel quite a bit. Yeah. So if you do this process, um, it's just guaranteed to go through.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to mention too, for if you're a farmer or a rancher, you're an entrepreneur. Starting a business. So take advantage of Texas Veteran Commission and the business resources that they have. How are
The
we how are we doing, Heidi? Are people are any
I've
or
got
surveys
three
coming?
right now that are working on them.
Okay.
so
It's a
here's
little
this.
bit of a delay from them starting to the time it starts showing up as being worked on.
Okay.
So here's a screen with the different doors that are open for you to connect with us. Um, the one that I just mentioned is the best way for the entrepreneur program is to go through this right here. So www.tbc.texas.gov. Again, www.tangovictorcharlie.texas, and you have to spell out texas.gov. That'll get you to our website.
Awesome. Give about one more minute here, and then we'll open it up to questions. Or actually, we'll have a Heidi do the quick drawing, and then bounce over the questions.
All
BJ,
right,
is it
got three
BJ?
complete, one still in progress, still missing three.
Okay. Yeah, I know a couple people join late, but it takes just a couple minutes to fill these surveys out, and they really help us on with our like continuing grants to do um, programs like Battleground and Breaking Ground. So we need data to give to the USDA to continue programs like this. So they're very helpful for us. So if you could, I know it seems inconvenient, but we greatly appreciate it, and it helps us a lot. So sorry, Greg, what were you saying?
Uh, is there anything else that you want me to touch on that I failed to touch on?
I don't think so. You hit the big wickets there.
Okay.
So yeah.
Greg, I did have a question. In regard to the women's programs, like if you are you able to go back to that slide? Are
Yes.
there, because I think I had seen something on Facebook that TVC had something going on here short in the future about some of the women's programs. I don't know if it's a webinar or what. I think I signed up for it just at is it, it's more of just understanding some of the processes, the benefits, if it's worth, because, you know, sometimes I can overwhelm myself with the amount of webinars I attend just to try and learn this ag stuff and
I hear you.
small business creation.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. I hear you. It's a lot, just take it bit by bit, take it the same way that you eat an elephant, just one bite at a time, because it can get overwhelming really quick. Can you see my screen there?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so, you know, just give them a call, if you get a chance.
Okay. I took a picture of it.
Oh, okay, fantastic.
All right, awesome. Heidi, do you want to go ahead and you can share your screen um, and do the drawing, and then we'll answer any other questions that people may have.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through and make sure who actually has responded. So those are the ones in the drawing.
Okay.
Give me just a second to finish that.
All right. Well, welcome back, Sean.
Damn.
Yeah, that sucks.
You know, when the wind decides it's doing its own thing, it's been kicking me half in and out, so I understand.
Yeah.
All right, double checking real quick, make sure anybody else. Come on.
Yeah, Sean, if you haven't filled out that survey, that will help us a lot. If Heidi had posted the link in the comments there, if you haven't done that. Thank you to everyone who has. That's a big help to us.
Let's go ahead and
And
do the questions, and then
okay,
I'll do the wheel at the end. Give him a chance if he's working on that to get in there,
okay, okay. Sounds
and then
good.
for like the other two too.
He's
Sounds good. Yeah. So we'll open it up to questions. Just yeah.
I have a question. Um, so I have I don't know if it matters. I got a team of people to like do my paperwork for my S corporation. And so I was wondering if you guys have any, because my main business that I will be working toward getting done after the program is meat production, meat business, like direct to consumer. So I was wondering if you guys have any like checklists or templates um, that I can adopt and look at as far as when it comes to consulting. Is that something you guys would be able to help me with specifically?
Um, yeah, let me just mention something, and thanks for the question. Let me just mention something real quick. An S corporation is not a business structure. An S corporation is a taxation. And what that means is you could have a limited liability company, which is a structure, taxed as an S corporation, or you could have a corporation taxed as an S corporation, but you are unable to form an S corp. So let me start there. Um, let me put I'm gonna where's the chat here? I'm gonna put my number in here. So that's my number, 737-329-6894. You can text me at this number as well. Again, because we're on the road quite a bit, um, emails seem to pile up. So if you get a chance, you can text me at this number as well. N- Not exactly sure. When you say a checklist, are you looking for a checklist like to make sure the business is formed correctly and has all the right credentials, licensing, and resources?
Right. Yeah, because I know just from some surface level research, like direct to consumer and meat being able to sell online and overstate lines, you have to have certain permits and certain documentation and all those kind of things. So kind of making sure like when I do get into that, I'm able to be within compliance and not breaking any laws.
You know what? What would probably be the best resource for you for that is the Texas Agribility Program. It's part of, because BGBG is falls under Texas Agribility. They, I'm not even gonna try to boo you in any way. Texas A&M's Agribility Program is my go-to for farm rancher questions that I have. So you're already in the right spot. You're connected with BJ. He can probably help you out more than I could because I would probably just turn around and go back to them, along with the Texas Department of Agriculture.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like specific uh like industry questions. Yeah, like going through the BGB program like is definitely beneficial, and Texas Veteran Commission kind of or Greg is more so like the entrepreneurial business stuff that right, Greg. So when it comes to there like specific nuanced stuff to, you know, I guess like meat production or like selling beef, he may not have answers to, but yeah, when you go through our program or email us, and we'll definitely try and find answers for you and send those your way.
Yep. So kind of touching on that too, Jared. So a lot of your answer as to which agency you're going to deal with is going to depend upon what kind of product you're moving and exactly how you're selling it. Um, Texas Department of Ag typically has some pieces of their fingers in the pie for a lot of the things with ag related. Texas Animal Health Commission will be involved in there if you're moving animals. So it just depends upon exactly what it is you're doing. You may have one agency you got to deal with. You may have multiple agencies, and good luck to you if you decide to do anything with alcohol. because now you got local, state, federal, DEA, you name it. I swear you've got all the alphabet agencies involved in that transaction. So who gets involved really is dependent upon what it is you're raising and selling and moving and how you're moving it, those kinds of things. So to say there's a one checklist, I think if we tried to make a checklist that covered like every single thing, we would
Mm.
have 100-page plus document easily. But as far as, if you get in here and you're like, hey, I'm planning on moving livestock, where would I start? We can point you in those directions to get you with the agencies that are going to be able to help you. And just make sure when you talk with them, because even sometimes within that, they're like, oh, hey, by the way, you need to get with these guys because they have a little piece of this pie too, based upon what you're doing. And you're like, oh, okay, how did they get involved? So there are
Yeah.
things out there. It's just, no, it's not a cut and dried, clean thing. It's really going to be dependent upon what you are doing as to exactly how many of the agencies you end up dealing with, if any.
Hmm. Yeah, and if you do apply for like the Battleground and Breaking Ground program, like let us know what industry and what you're trying to like if you're trying to sell meats by the cut or something. And I know like Heidi and Aaron will try and like set you up with a mentor who is you know doing what you're trying to get into. So and you'll learn the ins and outs and what works and what doesn't and everything. Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate that because I will be in the program starting up in
Mm-hmm.
January. So I'll look forward to ask those specific questions. So TVC is more along the lines of like if I wanted consulting for looking at my business plan and like the financial projections before I go before like a lender or maybe an investor, they could help me kind of look at that and say, I would do this or I would do that.
Correct, correct. Yeah,
Okay,
we
gotcha.
will not write the business plan for you, but we will review it. The reason that we won't re write the business plan is we don't know what's in your head, so we won't be able to do it
Right,
justice.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and please don't don't AI a business plan. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because it's really really apparent that you AI a business plan. You know, um,
Even if you're good at forming the AI queries to be able to get it to write for you, to where it doesn't look like it was AI written, the problem's going to come when you go before the lenders and they
yeah,
start asking you questions about the plan. Because you're going to have this nice, really laid out, articulated plan, and they're going to ask you that first question. It's going to be like one of the interviews we did for a job position for an MSA. Absolutely beautiful. Ticked all the boxes. It scored like I think 99% when it went through the electronic scoring system for being a good match for that candidate position. And I looked at everybody because I didn't even put her on my list for interviews. And my head nurse and the um office or the doc, they all looked at me like, because that was our little interview committee. They're like, how is she not like at the top of your list? I said, because it's too perfect. I said, somebody wrote this for her specifically towards the U.S. jobs um, selection program so that it would put it at the top of the list. I can almost guarantee that she has not a clue what any of these acronyms are, much less has any idea about healthcare. So they're like, well, but no, she's like so. And I'm like, okay, I tell you what, because what we usually do is we'd go through and we'd score. We take our top 10 and then we compare to see who the top five were because that's how many we usually interviewed. And so usually we'd have a commonality in that of top five. But that one was not in my top. There wasn't even no one in my list anywhere. And so I was like, tell you what, take her name out of the deal. We'll do a normal top five minus her. We'll bring her in as the exception for this so you can see what happens. And sure enough, we got her in there, started asking questions. She had not a clue. So don't
yeah,
do that to yourself on the AIing it and not understand what it's really talking about.
Heidi, fantastic. Right on the money. I mean, I've been in multiple lender meetings where, you know, person will lay out their business plan. They'll start popping questions and he or she will say, well, it's in the plan.
Yep.
No.
If you're going to use AI to do it, now if you're one that really sucks at being able to put a sentence together that at least is understandable to everybody, and you want to put it in and go, hey, this is what I'm trying to say. Can you help me make it, make the sentence nice so it's, reads, you know, at more than a 3-year-old level. That way, you don't look, it's not that you can't, it's not because there's a lot of people that trying to put what's in their head onto paper, it doesn't translate well. And so they'll start throwing it out there and it's jumbled. Using AI to help you clean that up is fine, but don't have it do the whole thing.
Right.
All right. Let me share my screen so we can do that drawing. Where'd share disappear?
Heidi, while you're doing that, I had a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just curious, does TVC provide any kind of resources for developing a web page or um, just like general marketing type stuff? The reason why I ask is, and also like a pay program like Shopify or Square or anything like that. Does TVC have any kind of resources to help, veterans on that level? And the reason why I'm asking is I just moved my business account to RBFCU here in the San Antonio area.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, we offer, web
Oh,
design and we offer, like a paying resource. So
let me give a heads up, even if TVC doesn't have an. Be careful on going through the banks because most of the banks are probably trying to use Clover, and you're going to pay out the butt for Clover.
yeah.
Square. So I started off. I got snagged in that little piece initially
Mm,
because I wanted to be able to take credit cards, and I paid out the butt for Clover, and it was not bringing in the money for me to justify it. So Square has been great for me because it's a transaction fee. It's like 2.3, 2.9%, and they take it off before they transfer the money to you. Um, it runs pretty competitive with most of the others that are free and they're just charging that actual transaction fee. So definitely do some shopping on that before you get sucked into the bank because and here's the other problem with the banks. So if you actually go through the bank to use like Clover or one of whatever point of sale, I think most banks are using Clover. They
mhm,
got bamboozled into that anyway. But if you do that and you're trying to do online shopping on your website, there's a whole bunch because you got to do the terms of service, you got to do the privacy statement, you got to make sure that you're paying for SSL to make sure the website's secure. So when you're taking those transactions, it's a secure transaction from that to the bank. There's a whole litany of things that can become a nightmare. And for you starting out, that's probably a headache you really don't need. You're not making enough money to warrant dealing with that headache. That'd be my advice on it starting out. So we'll let Greg give you some additional.
no, agree with what you're saying, Heidi. Yeah, let me first off say that we're a state agency. We don't have any money to give out except for the grant side for the nonprofits. But for-profit businesses, we got no money to give out. We do work with some website developers who may give you a discount, but we don't know of anyone that will do it for free. Or if someone will do it for free, we vet all of our resource partners first. There's some people who are like, yeah, I can build this, and that. And we look at their portfolio and it's like, yeah, I wouldn't touch them.
Yeah. If you're looking for websites, WordPress, the initial piece of it's free. if you decide you want to do much more than just posting a little bit of a Word document on there, because that's basically what WordPress is. It's the HTML version of Word, in case anybody didn't know. So if you want any widgets in there, like being able to do events or calendars or almost anything else besides just a basic Word document type page, you're probably going to be paying for the widget to add to it. And the problem with WordPress widget developers is most of them, that's where they're getting started. And if they actually start taking off and doing well, they abandon their project on WordPress, which may or may not break your website now. And you got to ask me how I know, because AgriBuilty's website is a WordPress website, and we had that issue. So just be aware of that. If you're going to go, most of your website hosting companies, they'll have a WordPress version, because like GoDaddy, I go through GoDaddy. They have a WordPress version of it. They also have what they call website builders, and most of those are plug and play templates. They'll give you some templates of different things you can take, add that section onto the page, fill in your stuff. Pretty simple. In some ways, I think a lot easier even than WordPress. Because WordPress, you got to do a lot. Well, anyway, we'll leave WordPress alone. But take a look at those things. GoDaddy for me is not really that expensive. I don't mind paying for that. You're paying for you got to pay for your domain name if you want to, if you want a dedicated domain name, which that's once a year, like $13 to maintain your domain name. I have to check. It may have gone up. I haven't looked at it recently, but
It depends on the domain name.
yeah, well, some of it's part of its domain name, and there's a couple other things that go into that as far as how much your domain name can cost.
Yeah.
And then the actual website for me, I think I'm paying 21 or 31 a month. And it does have within GoDaddy, they've done, and I know a couple of the others that you could go through. The bigger thing I say with any website hosting company is search where their parent company is. There's a lot of those hosting companies that are based out of China. GoDaddy's based out of the US. There's a couple others based out of the US. But GoDaddy for me was the better deal at the time when I started my website 6 years ago. And it still is pretty much the best deal out there. You can transfer domain. If you own a domain name, you can transfer. It's a little fee you got to do, and it's a little bit of rigmarole you got to do to transfer it. So I could, if I needed to, if I found a better website hosting company, I could transfer my domain name and start over with somebody else. But that's my advice on websites: is definitely research who, because in this day and age of all the great and wonderful hacking and identity theft, I'm not going to go and host my website on a company that is based in a country that is known for unscrupulous internet acts. So those are some things to keep in mind. As far as the wheel, we'll spin the wheel here and see who our winner is going to be. All right, Shauna, looks like you have been the wonderful winner for this. You're already signed up for the upcoming Battleground and boot camp. I don't know if you've done the introduction to agricultural business. If you have, let us know and we'll figure out a different prize for you.
What's on the table? I didn't hear the.
Well, the original prize was a free ticket to attend boot camp in September, but you're going to be going through boot
Put it
camp.
back in the pot then, please. Can we do that?
We can do that. You want me to
Yeah,
remove
let's
your
do
name
it.
from it?
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
It's that's we are willing to work with people. All right, where's the spin again? I think I just got to click. Yep. Free little app for if you want to be able to do door prizes. You just got to fill in all the names. Juliet.
Oh my, I'm trying to figure out the unmute button.
Yes, technology, right?
Right.
So,
Oh wow.
if you're interested in attending our boot camp in September, I gotta dig through my screen here to find the dates. I do have the dates. Um, maybe. If I just didn't confuse my poor computer.
But yeah, or I don't know if you saw her comment, Heidi, about enrolling this month, but yeah, I would bet it, yeah, be too late to enroll this month, right, Heidi?
No, I could actually get her in for this month if she wanted to do this month.
Okay.
Because
'Cause-
registration is still open for that, so I can give her the link for that free ticket.
Is that what you want, Juliet?
It sounds like a plan. Is it in person? I'm trying to.
It is in person in College Station. It's a full week, the 26th through the 30th, starting at 8:30 in the morning and running until 5:30, depending on which day what we've got going on with farm tours and everything.
Burger. Yeah, I'll do September.
All right, give me a second to get 26 to pull up and not my 25 calendar. That helps for finding accurate dates. So the dates right now are the 21st through the 25th of September.
Works
If something
perfect.
happens that we end up shifting it, I'll let you know, but just short of some crazy, weird world catastrophe, it shouldn't shift.
Okay. Sounds exciting.
Awesome.
So I do not have a registration link for that thing yet, so I'm going to have to put your information somewhere. If you can shoot me a direct uh, comment in the chat, then I can get your email information and I'll add you to our tracking list for the September date so that I can send you that email link once we get registration set up, which that should be coming up in May when well, probably, yeah, probably May when I get do the registration for that one.
All right. Yeah, and we are over time, so I just wanted to say, Greg, thank you so much for coming on and sharing with everyone. I know, or if people have to, dip out and go back to doing your daily stuff, awesome. But I'll hang around for a little bit if people have any other questions. But I don't want to take any more of anyone's time if you do have to be somewhere else. So
Yeah, PJ, let me mention real quick.
yeah.
Everyone can take off if they need to. If you're developing a website, please give thought to how you're going to drive traffic to your website because you are going to be one of millions of websites out there. So, what is going to be your plan of attack to drive people to your website, right? I don't know about y'all, but when I'm searching for something, I usually don't go past the first page to go find it. So SEO is going to be really important. The more traction you have, the higher you go up, on that first page. Um, Depending upon the business that you're in, that first page is taken up by sponsors, and they're paying for that to be up there. So give a lot of thought to what is your plan to drive traffic to your website.
Do you offer like SEO stuff through Texas Veteran Commission or?
We do. We have different game plans on, you know, the SEOs are pretty easy, right?
Okay.
I mean, it's like searchable. Like, what is the most searchable,
Yeah.
right? Um, the more I think is important is if you're going to use social media, regardless of which platform you're going to use to try to drive traffic to your site, understand how those algorithms work because each platform, the algorithms are different.
Okay. And yeah, do you get a lot of that just through like the one-on-one consultation? You can kind of just like talk about
We
all of
do.
that.
We get quite a bit. I mean, I'm not even gonna. I am not a social media person. I mean, I can't spend my time on social media all the time. It's just not me. So I
Hmm.
have someone for my business that runs the social media for me
Hmm.
because
Okay.
I can't post this video at this time every day and have it all cataloged and ready to go out and stuff like that. That's just
Hmm.
not me. I know that's not my forte. Because you got to keep it up. You
Right.
got to be
Yeah.
consistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just jumped in on you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Any other questions? Otherwise,
Yeah,
we'll wrap.
don't end the deal. I got to get her information over here. I'm
Oh,
trying to
okay.
get my tracker. Yep. You got a couple more minutes. You can beat him up while I get this. I'm fast, but
Put up the woman's page again. BJ, is it okay if I share this
Yeah.
again?
Yep, go for it.
Yeah, figure out how we did that again. Okay.
you know, sometimes.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Here's the green button for share. And here it is. And share. Let me know if you see it.
Yep, it
Okay.
is up.
Yeah, and if you ever forget how to get in contact with them, like I said, just jump on the TVC website. Um, the top tabs are all the 8 different programs. You know, as long as you can remember TVC, then you can get to us.
I just gotta say, I've been to Texas twice and then part of this thing now, and I've won 3 raffles, and I never win anything. So this is
Hey,
cool.
we're
That's
trying to
awesome.
tell you something, but you just keep wanting to stay up there in the Northeast. I don't know what to tell you. Hang on, I got one more piece of information. Where'd that? Okay, that column.
Yeah, and if anyone's interested in what's happening in Texas with veteran issues, when you jump on our website, you might want to subscribe to our monthly newsletter. It'll keep you abreast of what's happening in Texas for veterans.
Awesome.
Okay, I have my note done.
Awesome. Or you got Juliet's information and everything?
Yes, I've got her email, phone number, and the note for that was for the free ticket. So that way,
Awesome.
whenever I get to it, I'll be like, oh yeah, I gotta send that email out.
Perfect. Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much, Greg. Really appreciate you coming on.
Thanks, y'all. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All righty. Well, hope everyone has a great weekend. We'll see y'all later.
Take care, y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.